First, thanks Angela having me to be here today. I'm really glad I can share my experience in Spotify with you. So let's move on our today's topic. Today's to- today's my topic is the next step of Spotify, and I'm the project manager from Spotify. First, let's look at this picture. Let's look at this line chart. To understand more our recent marketing status, please take a look at the statistics shown on this slide. This slide chart illustrates the paid members of Spotify and Apple Music, and this statistic is from our professional users analysis. The horizontal line the horizontal line shows the timeline from 2015 to 2019, and vertical line shows the amount of each platform users. On top of the chart, you can notice that the green line has risen from almost 20 million to 108 million. As for the red as for the red line, it has risen from 0 to 60 million. It is obvious that Spotify always goes ahead than Apple Music. It holds the majority market share with more than 108 million users around the world. Also, another interesting trend is that the gap between these two platforms is getting bigger and bigger. Until the end of 2019, Spotify owns two times users than Apple Music. It proves that Spotify has high potential to compete with Apple Music. Next, let's take a look at this pie chart. It shows the distribution of paid members. The statistics was provided by our marketing department. As you know, Spotify has high market share in music industry. According to our survey, um, user in Europe's user in Europe accounts for the biggest part, occupying almost half of the paid members. The second one is North America, occupying 30%, followed by Latin America 20% and other countries 7%. Recently, subscribe economic hit the headline in the music, software and video field. Spotify is the only company from Europe. When it first launched the platform at the beginning, it just played the music randomly for free users. But for users in Europe, they can enjoy music in 15 playlists. That's also the reason why Europe users accounts for the biggest part. Next, let's look at the Spotify versus Apple Music. The table on this slide shows the comparison between Spotify and Apple Music. On the left columns are the four categories: area, songs, paid members, and money. As you can easily see, although the music Spotify provides isn't the most, the paid members are totally one times as many as Apple Music. Besides, because our biggest fault is always Apple Music, therefore we arrange the price as high as it, and even provide the same pattern for customers to choose. From this chart, I am proud to say that Spotify is the best music platform on the market, and it will definitely make your life better. So, as for the last part of my presentation, let's look at this slide graph. It shows the statistics of searching the keyword podcast. The x-axis represents the year from 2019 to 2020, while the y-axis shows how many times the podcast be searched. As you can see, the amount has risen from 10 times in 2019 to almost 100 times in 2020. This is a multiple growth in just a year. It's apparent that podcasts hit the headline currently. In my opinion, the COVID-19 causes this trend. because it's the most effective way to get the latest information. Compared to other countries around the world, podcast is definitely the most popular word that's here. In Taiwan, many platforms even create their own special channels in order to attract more audiences. Although this chart only shows statistics until last year, this trend still continue. Maybe it will soon saturate it in this market. I think it's still a market that have great benefits. So I strongly urge you to download Spotify as fast as you can because it will bring a great change toward your life. Thanks for your listening. I'm a project manager. I am Vivian Wang and I am the project manager from Spotify.